What's happening, good peeps? Welcome to another episode of Marvelous Marv, Fishing for Life. Now, it's been a while since I've done one of these talking head type videos, and with the amount of attention, the new subscribers, and just all the views that the channel has been getting, I figured it was about time. So again, welcome to another episode. I think most of you all have been brought here by the emergency rescue video out at Lake Lanier, and I appreciate you being here. I also said that I would try to provide any type of updates in reference to that video here on the channel. So today is going to be somewhat of an update. And if you can tell by the title of this video, it kind of tells you what it's going to be about. But I gotta say, the continued amount of support, the subscriber count continues to go up. The amount of views that the channel is getting has been, it's been incredible. I mean, I don't really have words to explain it. I mean, it's just been great. And again, more than anything, more than the views, just more than the likes, it's been the comments that have really made me smile. The amount of positive comments that are being put out there, the amount of people that have stated that they feel that humanity has been restored just based on my response, my actions, and the actions of those other individuals who helped. And that just makes me feel full and makes me feel happy that y'all feel that way. So thank you. There are folks that have watched the video who are either active duty first responders or retired first responders, and they've offered their insights, and they all have pretty much said, you know, hey, wonderful job on all individuals, and many of them want to send a token of appreciation. There is a P.O. box that was listed on the site, and some individuals have sent some things. I haven't opened anything yet, but I am about to open something right now, and this is mainly because I kind of know what it is. So there's an individual who saw the video out of Texas. His name is Jonathan Garcia. Right now he's an active 911 paramedic. And again, as a token of his appreciation and the response and just what he saw in that video, he wanted to he wanted to send me something. So I'll go ahead and open it here in front of you all, because y'all are a part of this family. So Jonathan, I reached out to you and told you I would do this. Again, not sure what it is. Don't want to drop anything. Okay, we got a couple of pieces here. So we got a letter, and I'll go ahead and read that to you all, and then I'll open the little pack. Well, let's do this. Let's go ahead and open this. I think I know what it is. Ah, yes. The old coin, and this is a nice EMS coin. So the process of coining an individual, I mean, you do it when you want to recognize an individual for going above and beyond. We did it in the military. They still do it in the military when I was in the Air Force, but this is an EMS coin. I'll try to get a close-up of it. That's one side, and this is the other side, if it'll focus. Outstanding. I'll definitely add this to my coin collection, and I'll go ahead and read this to you. It says, Dear Mr. Winston, I'm a licensed paramedic in Texas working for a 911 EMS agency. I'm writing to acknowledge you, Marvin R. Winston, for your actions on 19 February 2026 and for sharing the video with the public. The video documents and raises awareness of a perfect example for bystanders of future emergencies to emulate. In the video, you also observed to recognize and assess the medical situation and immediately call 911. You remained calm and clearly provided the patient's medical condition and the specific location to the best of your ability. You made sure the patient was in recovery position and continued to monitor and report the patient's changing medical condition. You flagged down additional bystanders and delegated clear roles of providing specific address/directions and flagging in responders. Throughout this, you also reassured and encouraged the patient with visible positive results. After providing a patient handoff to EMS, you also thanked the bystanders who assisted you in your efforts as well as God. During the video, the patient can be observed to be in critical condition with apparent closed head injury, brain bleed, arm injury, chest pain, altered mental state, agno gasping, respirations, and loss of consciousness. The patient also may or may not have had an additional underlying medical emergency that may have contributed to the suspected fall and or the patient's condition. This patient would be classified as a level 1 trauma, the most severe level of injured patients. Thanks to you, the patient was able to receive timely medical care and was released alive from the hospital. It is likely she would have died on the beach without your timely intervention. For your life-saving actions, I am awarding you with this challenge coin from the department that employs me. Let me get this right. Coriel Health EMS, based in Gatsville, Texas. This challenge coin is one that was awarded to me for my own line of duty actions. Please cherish it and always remember the amount of good a single bystander can accomplish. Sincerely, Jonathan Garcia. Wow, licensed paramedic. I appreciate that, Jonathan. I really do. I received a phone call from another organization that I was unaware of in the sense of the location. So I got a call shortly after this incident was posted from the Coast Guard. Yes, the Coast Guard. Now, when you mention Coast Guard to me, I'm thinking big ocean, out in the sea, ocean, like I was saying. But this incident took place at Lake Lanier. Well, Lake Lanier has an auxiliary Coast Guard unit. And Rich Adams, the individual who reached out to me, is the commander. And that particular auxiliary is Flotilla 29. Again, he reached out to me and just gave me all sorts of accolades. And I was very, very appreciative of that. And I was also grateful to realize that we had a Coast Guard on Lake Lanier. And for those that don't know, Lake Lanier is huge. I mean, I can't quote how big it is right now because I don't want to discredit it or anything like that, but it is huge. And to have a Coast Guard on Lake Lanier is wonderful to know. And I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that don't know that Lake Lanier has an auxiliary Coast Guard. This group is totally a volunteer organization as well. So I was amazed to see just the amount of dedication and heart that these folks put into what they have, being totally volunteer. I mean, these folks don't get paid for what they do, but they're out there and they're out there saving lives. So if you're interested in being part of this auxiliary Coast Guard, I'll leave the number, I'll leave the link or the card here in the video so you can reach out to Rich and let those folks that, let them know that you want to know more about, the auxiliary program, and let them know that you're wanting to volunteer or be a part of it to assist. So it's great. Anyway, Rich and his organization, they invited me down to attend their last monthly meeting where they presented me with a letter of commendation. So here's a video of that.
Will Mr. Marvin Winston please come forward?
Should we go?
Yep.
Let's see, are we in the right spot?
That's the camera.
Camera? Good. Okay.
Will everyone please stand?
Everyone please rise.
From the United States Coast Guard Auxiliary, Flotilla 29, Southeast District of Lake Lanier, Georgia, a letter of commendation is hereby presented to Marvin R. Winston for meritorious service and exceptional situational awareness on February 19, 2026. While navigating the waters of Lake Lanier near the Clark's Bridge boat ramp and Olympic rowing venue, Mr. Winston heard cries for help originating from a remote section of the shoreline. With total disregard for his own itinerary, he immediately maneuvered his vessel to investigate, discovered a female victim in urgent need of medical assistance. Mr. Winston's decisive actions were instrumental in the successful resolution of this emergency. He initiated a distress call to 911, providing dispatchers his location and critical patient assessments that significantly reduce the response times for Hall County first responders. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, he remained on scene, providing vital communication and emotional support to the victim until the arrival of emergency personnel. Through his platform, Marvelous Marv Fishing for Life, Mr. Winston has consistently promoted the joys of the water. On this day, he demonstrated the most important aspect of fishing life, looking out for one's neighbor. In doing so, he embodied United States Coast Guard core values, honor, respect, and devotion to duty. Mr. Winston is a credit to the Lake Lanier community and the PAL Sports fraternity. His composure under pressure and commitment to maritime safety reflects great credit upon himself and are in keeping with the highest traditions of the United States Coast Guard Auxiliary. Presented this 21st day of March, 2026.
Yes, sir. There you go. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can I get just one more picture?
Oh, yes.
I want to bring my
Yes.
mom up here because
Yes, come on
Again,
up.
yes.
Come on up.
Makes you look good.
Yes.
Outstanding.
I thought that was great. And I brought my mom along because, again, of course, my mom was excited. And anytime, son or daughter does well, they want to be right there and want to be a part of it. And I appreciate her being there. I'm going to put this card up here. You can reach out to Rich and you can find out more about the Auxiliary Coast Guard, Flotilla 29. And if you're interested in volunteering, because it's hard to do all of these wonderful things without having the volunteers that are dedicated to putting in the time. So reach out to him, let him know that you're interested, or just reach out and just say, hey, what information you can provide me and how I can get in touch with you. So, folks, as always, I appreciate you all just being here, a part of this channel. This is one of those channels where fishing is my passion. I get out there and I fish, I try to provide tips when I can, but I like to provide enjoyment and relaxation when you're watching my videos. So I do hope you stick around. I like to think that it has a good vibe. So if you're into good vibes and just being out on the water and nature, then stick around. More adventures to come. For those that have been here for a long time since the channel started, I appreciate you. You know what the channel is about. You all are part of it, and you all have helped it to grow and be what it is today. So I thank you all for that. I think that's about it. I think we're all caught up. I still have some loose ends I want to tie up. And when I say loose ends like that, I don't mean get it done and be done with it. No, I still need to take Harry out. Harry is a young gentleman that also helped to respond to a medical emergency. He was able to give, more definitive information as far as the location where we were. So, I want to take him out fishing. Hopefully that is going to be coming later on this summer. We still got some things to do. We still got some growing to do on the channel. There's probably some updated videos I need to do because there's some newcomers that have asked about the kayak, my setup, the cameras, and how I get them to work and how I get them to sync. So there'll be some videos on that coming too. Oh, one other thing, important thing that I want to mention is anytime you have a medical emergency or any type of major response, you always kind of think back about lessons learned. What could I have done better? And I can honestly say, because I want to hold myself accountable, that there are a couple of things that I could have done differently, or pieces of equipment that I could have had with me that would have made things a little bit easier. So first thing is a signaling device. I should have had something like a whistle or air horn to be able to signal additional help. Didn't have it at the time, but I do now have those, and I keep them on the kayak all the time, regardless. And yes, it is the law, so that's been corrected. The other thing is the location piece about it. My mind was thinking that 911 would be able to pick up my location, and I was kind of just stuck on that. But there are two apps that you all have suggested that people put in the comments, and people personally have suggested to me. Is one app is What 3 Words app, and the other one is Savvy Navi. So these are two apps that will help anyone out, whether you're out in the water, out in the wilderness or whatnot. It's an app that will help to give you coordinates or be able to pinpoint your location so you can give that information to 911, Coast Guard, or whoever that's asking for your location. So again, your comments, they help, especially the positive ones, the meaningful ones. So continue to keep posting. Continue to give great suggestions, because like I said, I'll take them to heart. And other people that read these comments too, they'll be able to learn something from it too. So, all right, I think I've rambled enough. I've kept you all long enough. I know you got other things to do, so I'll just say this: I'll keep doing what I do. You all keep doing what you do. Please support the channel, and until next time, until next video, y'all be easy. All right, Rich, here's a big question. You and your experience with the Auxiliary Coast Guard, what sort of advice could you give people who want to come out here and enjoy the beauty of Lake Lanier and want to feel safe and know that it's safe? What could you tell them?
But one thing is for certain, most of the accidents or deaths on the lake are a result of not wearing life jackets. Life jackets are critical to saving lives. There's a saying that we've never recovered somebody from the lake who drowned wearing a life jacket. So it's important that we get that message out there. Sometimes people will be on shore and they'll think that it's a good idea to swim to an island that looks very close. It's not close. It's very far. And especially it's dangerous if you don't have a life jacket and you're just a small little silhouette in the water that a boat doesn't see. You could be run over. So life jackets are very important. Also, don't mix alcohol and the lake. You've got to make sure you're responsible, just like in driving your car. It's almost even more dangerous on the lake. Then the last thing I would say is get your boat safety inspected. The U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary does free vessel safety checks. No penalty if you don't pass, but if you do pass, it gets a Coast Guard inspection sticker on the side. And that just make sure you have all the equipment on board that you need. Things like a whistle and a safety lanyard for your ignition. I mean, there's so many things on the list that you need to have to be a responsible boater. So that's what I would say.